Welcome to Unfiltered Talks US. We cut through the noise and bring you the most powerful insights from the world's biggest podcasts, so you don't miss what really matters. So let's get started.
Those two guys, I think they were on a bridge or in a park or something. They were doing mag changes with bolt-action rifles. I'm pretty sure it was.
Is this the
Where
one
was? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Was this in Texas, and then they did some shots, and then there's some kids playing soccer, or is this a different one?
I think it's a different one.
Okay.
I think so. They had
Okay.
bolt-action rifles, and they were trained.
Yeah.
They were trained.
I mean, and they're honing these skills, and a lot of times, this is what they're doing full time, and I try to explain this to people, because I get all these people, have them come to my town, I'll take them on.
Yeah.
I'm like, these guys are training in advanced urban warfare, they're training 7 days a week, they're training in small teams, and we don't have law enforcement that even trains that way. We have drills in this country for one active shooter. Well, what are you going to do when it's 10? You have no plan for that. What about 5 more at another location in your town? You don't have a plan for that. So the crazy part is they're investing so much time into this training because things did go wrong in the past, especially bomb making, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they were like, we got to be proficient on these things. We have people in law enforcement who need to try over and over again to pass like the basic proficiency. You can't go up against these guys with basic proficiency. You got to put the time, the money, and effort into training people. And until they come here and operate in one of these teams and like shock everyone, that's when everybody will put in the training budgets in. But guess what? That's too late then. Then you have tons of dead Americans. And so it is this very frustrating thing. And he's such a good example. I don't know why everybody's not showing that, because that's a restrictive environment. He still took the time. He went to a range. He did that training. We should be watching for stuff like that, watching those little things that they're improving on to be proficient at. Why?
It's also showing that they're going to use what's available to them. You know what I mean? Because where did that guy come from?
Yeah, well, so he was
Was he an Australian citizen?
No, but he grew up there. His father immigrated there, so he was an Australian citizen.
What I'm getting at is, obviously, terror cells have access to pretty much anything you want. You know what I mean? But they're using. I guess what I'm saying is they're resourceful, and they're using what's available to them in the immediate environment and getting very proficient with it. That nobody uses a bolt action rifle like that. It's for hunting. It's for sniper. It's for long distance shooting. He just turned a bolt action into an effective. It's I've never seen anybody do it like that.
Yeah, but you are right, depending on the location. So if you're being deployed to Europe, for example, you spend a lot more time training on knives, like a ton of time training on knives, because you're likely going to use knives as part of your attack, because it is a little harder, even for terrorist groups, to get the guns and weapons they need. But yeah, the United States, they're just training on, I know every time I bring up guns, I say I'm wrong, but like fully automatic, long gun type of things.
Semi-autos.
Semi-autos. See, I understand. But remember, they brought the guns here. So this is another problem I'm trying to get people
they
to
brought
understand.
Guns into our country?
Yes.
Why would they do that?
Because we have different restrictions on some of our guns. So if they bring the guns in here, it won't have all the restrictions on like the speed and stuff. So I'm really bad with guns. This is why no one ever gives me a gun. But they brought in guns that could do more things.
You want a gun, Sarah?
No, I'm fine.
I know a guy.
But then they brought some bigger guns in too. So I don't know tons about guns, but like things that have like the 50 caliber rounds. I know everybody's like painting at my gun talk. But so they brought their own. They did bring some guns, but some of the guns they brought in because they say property of U.S. government. Because they want it to be on the scene, and then the public blame the government. So some doesn't, and nothing special about the gun, but it's marked.
And rightly so.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now here's where the conversation gets really interesting. Let's break down what this actually means.
You caught that they are planning on using guns that say property of U.S. government.
Yep, they moved them
fucking
from
kill
Afghanistan.
us with.
100%.
Holy shit. Holy shit, they're going to fucking kill us, but
it's not just guns.
It's
you know how we say,
it's actually fucking brilliant.
It is. It's even more though, Shawn. So you know how I say we give this money to the Taliban.
You see, this is the kind of unconventional warfare that we should have been fucking doing ourselves this entire time.
I know.
right?
It is. What they think we're doing, we don't do. So, long story short, there's Taliban money. Legends explain to you the 40 million humanitarian, it becomes Afghanis. But the counterterrorism dollars at 47 million stays U.S. cash. So some of that U.S. cash has been brought back into this country. So when you look at those bills, they're going to go straight back to the Treasury that did the shipment, because we have barcodes on our dollars. And you're going to know that that money was given from the U.S. Treasury to the Taliban. And it's going to prove the U.S. government funded the attack. That's the level this attack is planned at.
Every fucking...
So then the public sees that, they're going to put that out, and you're going to be like, yeah, like, how do you argue that? It is the money the U.S. government gave. How are you going to argue the U.S. government to fund this and didn't know about it?
They'll hide it.
Yeah, but I'm saying they put in real evidence, which is crazy.
I know, but it will never hit. I guess what I'm saying is the weapons, somebody will probably pick that up. The cash... Mm-hmm. I just don't see that getting to the media.
Yeah, but the terrorists are going to put it in the media.
Because everybody just wants to protect the institution to continue their power, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, we see it we see it going on right now with all kinds of shit.
I know.
I have an interview cooking that's going to reveal a lot of that kind of shit. All these fucking people that protect institutions. And they're not all way up there. It's also the lower level people that want to protect the institution, and it's. So I don't think that will hit.
Yeah, it might not hit.
It would have to be somebody who doesn't want to protect the institution that leaks it.
And which will, but it's just the idea they're planting evidence. So if you want to dig into it, you can prove tons of evidence that the U.S. government funded it, supported it, backed it, and that's the win they want. They want you to be like someone who, like the 9/11 people who said the government did it. They want you to say that about the next attack because they don't want you to focus on Al-Qaeda. They want you to bring down your government. That's the whole point of it. They want you to not trust your government and say, my government can't keep me safe. My government is funding terrorism.
Newsflash, we're already there.
I know. Well, the interesting part is,
some of us.
Remember, terrorist organizations are also religious organizations. So actually, religious-wise, the Taliban cannot take money from us. So they actually had to basically make an edict to allow it. They're allowing it because the money is going to be a part of a deceptive campaign, and then you can do it if you're going to use it for deception. And Americans just don't understand this at all. But the terrorists do. So this money they're going to use in deceptive practices, and then it makes it okay under their Islamic principles. And so there's so many things even not understood. We fought these guys for 20 years and we still don't understand even just some of those basics.
If you're finding this valuable, make sure to like and subscribe for more breakdowns like this. That's it for today's breakdown. If you want more powerful insights from the world's biggest podcasts, make sure you subscribe to Unfiltered Talks US. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.